Hi, I'm Mark from APL and today I'm going to be showing you how to use Virtuoso with a Dolby Atmos project in Pro Tools but using the external renderer. So here in front of me I have a Dolby Atmos session that I've been working on, and I have this linked to the external renderer through the usual channels. Just to quickly recap this in case you're not sure, in your I/O section in Dolby Atmos you want to make sure that you're linked to an external renderer and it finds the host. And if there's any settings that aren't quite mapping through, you can hit pull config and then just make sure on your output section you hit default as well, and that should take care of anything. You also want to make sure that the playback engine is the Dolby Audio Bridge. If you're seeing anything where it says that the mapping to output isn't configured, just make sure in your output stage that you have the replicated pathway that it needs. So for example in the bed it should create a 7.1.2 bed and then the objects to follow on. If you're having any issues with this, please look at the Dolby Atmos guides for setting up Pro Tools. So now if I hit play on this session in front of me and I go to the Dolby Atmos renderer, I can see that the audio is coming through and that's all accurate. But I don't have Virtuoso open, so I can't hear the binaural translated version of this. So what I want to do is I want to open up the standalone version of Virtuoso. And you also want to make sure that you have the black hole 16-channel virtual cable installed so that you can do the loopback internally, or you can use other software such as loopback as well. But the aim of the game is to get from the Dolby Atmos renderer through to Virtuoso. So I can open up Virtuoso, and this opens up the standalone version outside of Pro Tools or outside of any other door. What I want to do is I want to make sure that in my audio settings that I have the input configured to my virtual cable. So like I said, I'm using black hole 16 channel, and that I want to make sure that my output is set to my headphone output. So whether you're using the internal headphone port on your device or you're using a converter, make sure this is what your output is set to. You then want to make sure that your sample rate is correct, which should be either 48 or 96, and that you have a decent audio buffer size, but you can play around with this. So now within the Dolby Atmos renderer, I want to make sure that my playback device is now set to the virtual cable that is feeding Virtuoso. So as you can see here, I have black hole selected. So now that I have all those configured, I should be able to go back to my Pro Tools session, hit play, which will go through the Dolby Atmos renderer and then through to Virtuoso. And there we are, now we're using Virtuoso alongside Dolby Atmos within Pro Tools using the external renderer, and I can now use this tool to continue working on my production. And I'll tell you what, I will quickly show you the powers of this by hitting solo in different places, and you can hear how this replicates being in a real studio. Some easy listening there. But as you can see, Virtuoso is now up and running, and now I can continue working on my Dolby Atmos project using Virtuoso. Thanks for watching.